just grab a little bit of white and yellow and go ahead and finish my side over here. In here, I like a little more color. You see some of that blue is peeping through, and that's fine, but it's still a little, I want to get rid of some of that color coming through there. So I'm just giving a little extra coat of some white here. And if I think I need some yellow, I'll try to pick up some of that yellow without some green. And just give it a little twirl. I want it different. Look, I just like the different colors on there. So, okay, so now we have some yellow and white. We're just going to come under here and tap a little of this from the sunshine. Some shadows on our grass here. Got a little bit more than I wanted right there, didn't I? So at this point, I'm just going to grab some white and come in here. I just want a little bit on my brush. Give it a little color, a lighter color. And it's just kind of mixing a little bit, so that's fine. Let's just get a little yellow here, a little more color. And I may come in with just a little black or green in just a minute, but I'm going to finish this here. Stretch for me. Alright, so I think I'm going to grab just a little green right in here. And I think I am going to let that dry and see what I like next. I'm going to paint this down here so I can get this out of the way. And when I took this off the easel, I had let me find it, right there, a little spot that chipped. So I'm going to get some blue and put on that too. So that's what I'm going to do next, and then I'm going to let that dry. I'm using my 1/2 inch bristle brush, and I'm just picking up, I've got to let me work on this camera, black and green. And I'm not going to dot this, I'm just going to rub it on. Which I think I want a little more green than, well, I'm okay with it. I am tapping up here at top just to get that in. Trying to get it where y'all can see it. Go back at my desk now. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down, and I think you can see where I'm going. Just to close in the little spots. I do have some little spots in here, but that's okay because it's the grass. For you, any of you that's wondering, my bristle brushes come from, it's just a fine touch bristle brush set that I got at a Hobby Lobby. And so some things I like them on and some things I don't care for them. But on this one, I like the bristle brushes. And I'm more comfortable with the smaller ones, so that's why I use the 1/2 inch one. It just takes a little bit of blue on my brush here. I have 2 boards. I'm sitting at the table, so I have 2 boards. These are just a little 1 by two that I set on my table and I put my paintings under so they won't be right on the table and they can dry. But I'm just coming in here with some of that blue and just touching that up. Yeah, you see me, I'm putting in a little more colored clouds in there. Just got some paint on my brush, so I'm just gonna, tiny little bit of blue, and just kind of come in here and shade a little bit around with some fluffy clouds. Just doing a circular motion. Okay, so I'm back here at my table. I just want to let y'all know I am no artist. So I'm going to show you how I cheat. This is awful. Do not look at my drawing how bad it is. But that is my drawing. The best I could do. So what I'm going to do is I cut this out and then I trace it on here. And then that's why I can how I'll show you how to draw it. Yeah, I'm not that great of, and I don't even know really how to explain it to you, is when I drawed it, let's see if I can pull it back over here. When I drawed, I tried to make, I did the waist. And then I tried to add on, and I know it looks weird. There's things that we can fix. I mean, you know, there's things there you can fix about that, so that's not a big deal. So I cut this part, half of her out for right now, just to get the bottom done. And then the next thing I'll do is I'll cut this part out, but I'm not going to do that on camera. I'm just going to cut it out, and then I'll come back and show you from there, hopefully. So here's the body that I traced. I made her a little bit shorter because I had her so long a while ago. I'm sitting here looking at the camera and thinking, wow. Yeah, I'm awful, and I don't even know. I'll have to say to you, because I'm still new at this. People intimidate me. And I mean these kind of little people intimidate me. I've watched a good many videos with people drawing, and I just can't draw. So what I did is I decided, because I started to try it on here and I just did not like the way it was going. I went to a piece of paper and with a pencil and a good eraser. That's how a lot of times I really can't draw. My thing has always been stick people, and so to be able, watching videos, trying to learn from other people. So that's why we still have our arms to do. I'm not worried about them right now. I'm going to try to explain this to you, how I draw this. Alright, the best way I can do it is just, let's tell you. Alright, so if we come to about the center of our paint, if we go over about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and then go up 1 inch, make yourself a little mark. I've got another about 1 inch, maybe 1.25 inches. Make another little mark. And I'm doing this, I've got it done with pencil. What I did was I decided where I wanted it to come to. And so I just I'm doing her skirt, and I just gave her a little fluff. And then I came down to here. So this would be where you're at. You're about 2.5 inches. Just come out a little bit and give it a little twirl, and you can come back into that little mark. And I don't know if you can see those marks. There's the mark, but that's our bend. And then I just came back out down to my grass. And then on the back side, I just came over that 1.25 inches. And I just decided I'm going to come over. I'm about 4 inches up from the bottom and over about 3 inches. So if you come up about 4.5 inches, come over 3 inches, another little mark, and then from your waist, you can just kind of flow it down. Put some you can put as much bend in that skirt dress that you want to. I'm not making pants, I wear dresses, so that's why. And then all I did is just went from point A to point B, and I just gave it a little swerve in there. So that's how I made the bottom. Now the top, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to tell you this. Okay. If you come up from your top, if you come down about 3 inches, and you come over from your side about 6 inches, then you could put a little line right there, a little dot. And I just give it a swirl around and then come back and connect. So that's all you're doing, is just swirling it right there and connecting. Here, I'm giving her face, so I just come out a little bit around, sort of like well, I don't want to say a heart shape, but sort of round like that. And then you can come straight from, that's giving me about 1 inch with her face just coming around. And then from this spot to this spot, you can come straight down, but I just give it a little curl just to give her a little chest area. So I'm back. I tried to fix the lighting a little bit because I didn't realize I had so much a shadow on me. But what I did is I had cut out her arm, and I just placed it right above where her poof is, her chest would be, and there's her shoulder. And so where her face came in, just coming down maybe 1/4 of an inch, just a little bit, and I'm coming up, and then at an angle, and then it kind of turns again to make her arm. And again, we'll do this one. I think I have that one a little bit too wide, so I'm going to knock him down a little bit. And so that's one hand that's raised, and the other one, I've come up from where that point was here. I'm trying to show you. I came down probably about 3/4 of an inch, and I have a line drawn here. Oops. Let me get rid of that little bit of that I don't need. There we go. This paper towel. See if we can get that off. So don't care for wet chalk. What I did is I used this arm too to go up in there. So that's why I'm showing you. And that's her hands raised to heaven. At this point, we'll do something. I'm not going to worry about the hands right now. I just want to get this here done something with, and then we can always come back in and do the hands. I hope, because I told you I'm not a drawer. I have a hard time with that. So I'm hoping this will give you an idea of how I drawed it out. And if I'm too confusing, please let me know, and I'll try to explain things in the comment for you. But literally, because I'm not an art drawer, because I cannot draw, it's easier for me, because I get so nervous with it on the painting that I'm going to put marks in it that don't need to be there, that it's easier for me to draw it out on paper and then trace it. And so I'm a tracer. But I did draw it out. You know, I'm pretty proud of myself. That's unusual for me, because I don't usually draw too much like that.